Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and welcome back to another weight loss video. I hope you enjoy. Some ramblings of a 200-pound lighter loser. Becoming healthy had to mean more than just crash dieting my way there. Sure, the ketosis was helpful and a godsend, but after losing over 200 pounds of fat while building muscle for over 2.5 years, I had to figure out a sustainable path to continued success. I'm a teacher, and just like my students' academic progress, our paths to success in the realm of living a healthy lifestyle must be individualized. For me, that means working out 10 minutes 6 days a week with resistance bands and learning to cook pizza in a way that is part of a healthy diet. I had to teach myself how to cook classic Neapolitan pizzas at home, and I did. To me, my path to success involves writing poetry, watching sunrises, and listening to loud hip-hop, and utilizing intermittent fasting. Your path to success may involve going vegan or carnivore, doing lots of cardio, taking cat naps, drinking lots of wine, throwing axes, or milking a cow and tending a farm. I don't know what the hell that looks like for you, but that doesn't matter. What matters is, do you know? It doesn't matter what path you take to be a better, happier, healthier you. It matters that you take that leap and you figure out what it is your leap looks like. And once you've figured it out, keep figuring it out, as your journey to success is constantly evolving and the path to a better you is sure to go on forever and have many twists and turns along the way. Love the message. I've experimented with so much over the past year and ended up losing around 40 pounds through it all. Intermittent fasting, running, yoga, and making a concerted effort to prioritize lean protein in my macros has been the recipe for me. And it's been a fairly easy transition to turn these into lifelong habits rather than just temporary diets and workout routines. But I'm still going to throw in some curveballs to challenge myself and keep everything fresh. This is so great. I have definitely found a winning combination of weight loss techniques that work for myself, and it's so different from yours, but it's still so cool to see how others work towards their goals. My thing is calories in, calories out, and portion control on weekdays, and one meal a day on the weekends. I make sure to get one thing in my diet every day that makes me happy, like cake or fries. I take regular recipes like lasagna or shepherd's pie, and I hide extra vegetables in the dish, like I'm a toddler's mother. I make sure my first snack of the day is either fruit or veggie based. I play Ring Fit for 30 minutes a day, 3 to 5 days a week, and I eat sit-down meals with my partner rather than in isolation. Also, journaling is a huge part of my life now, not just food journaling, but tracking my thoughts and feelings every day. It helps me stay in touch with myself and curb binging. Congrats, OP! People just love to comment on your diet when they know you've lost a ton of weight and see you eating junk food. I lost 250 pounds, and they're like, "You're eating ice cream?" Why, yes, I lost 250 pounds because I allowed myself to eat crap every once in a while. Congrats on the success. Your message needs to be heard by everyone on the subreddit. No single plan works for everyone, and it's great to find your own individual path. We can learn a lot just by listening to what our body wants. I always found eating during the work week to be a chore, so I would often just grab fast food for lunch and heat up frozen meals for dinner. My body didn't want to spend the energy planning and shopping and cooking, so I would just default to the easiest option. But then I started looking up meal prep, and I've developed a super regimented and healthy meal plan that I repeat every week from Monday breakfast through Friday lunch. Every Sunday, I portion out the same 5 breakfasts, the same 5 lunches, and the same 4 dinners. I still make minor tweaks here and there as I learn more nutritional info, but I find the repetition oddly soothing. Plus, I can have almost whatever I want on the weekend and still make progress. Thank you so much for sharing. The main value in someone sharing their weight loss journey is the hope and encouragement that it gives to others. I find that people often ask me, "How did you do it?" looking for some magic formula that they can apply to their life. I would love to be able to help them, but the journey for them will be as unique as they are. I will say that recognizing that weight loss is as much a mental battle as it is a physical one is helpful. That sounds cliche, but it is more deep than that. In order to truly have long-term success, each person needs to master their own mind in such a way as to make the journey sustainable. For you, that's keto and handmade pizza. For another person, it may be learning to salsa dance and food journal. We're all just trying to master our habits and strategically position ourselves to be healthy long-term. Great work. Yeah, buddy, I agree. For me, it's just been getting a dog. I went from being relatively sedentary to walking 10 kilometers or so every day just before Christmas. Down about 35 pounds from 275 to just under a 240. I'm feeling good and started to notice a difference in pictures. I agree wholeheartedly that everyone's path is different. Mine still allows me to crush a bag of chips now and then or whatever. I'm diabetic and I've struggled for years to shed the weight I put on when I got sick. Finally found some success and it feels good. Big ups to you and thanks for the motivation. A non-scale victory. Just went on a shopping spree at a regular clothing store to get a new wardrobe. I used to joke that the big and tall department at JCPenney was the only thing keeping that place in business. I even posted an open letter to them on Facebook to make me the CEO to rebrand the store as a big and tall store. Sadly, they did not respond. An affordable big and tall store with decent enough clothes was hard to find in my area, so I often found myself as the only customer in my local JCPenney buying clothes, and it was fine. I was never the guy who was upset about having to go to a big and tall store. It was just part of the price I paid for my obesity. Not really a big deal, but it was pretty inconvenient. No longer. After a long year working from home, eating at home, exercising at home, and sticking to 1,500 to 2,500 calories a day, averaging 1,700, I'm finally returning to social activities, and work is on the horizon. And my wife and I, who has also been losing weight at a great pace, decided to reward ourselves with a trip to the Gap Outlet factory store nearby. I used to think of Gap as a store that didn't like fat people, in a place I could never shop at, and it was some sort of conspiracy that their 2XLs always ran small. And now, at about half the weight I used to be, I found out some things. Their shirt sizes do not run small. If anything, they're a tad big for me compared to other medium shirts I bought now that I'm soundly in medium territory. I fit into a size 33 men's pants comfortably. There was a time where squeezing into a 46 was a joke and way too tight. I didn't even know they made odd sizes in pants, but I'm glad they do, as their 32s are a tad tight and their 34s are loose. Clothes cost significantly less when you can shop around at a bunch of places for the best deals, instead of having to buy from just one or two places. I don't have a problem with the shirt fitting well width-wise, but rather being too short, as in not long enough to cover my belly, standard 3XLs for me at my starting weight. Clothes fit better when your belly doesn't produce some odd upper body shapes. Looking in the mirror in the dressing room of a real brick and mortar store after a year, knowing the last time I tried clothes on it was over a year and 150 pounds ago, is one of those moments when it hits you. What you did was real. You paid back your calorie debt and fixed the biggest problem in your life. Good luck to you all. As I've said before, much of these results come at the end of your journey, but they will come. My waist didn't significantly decrease until I got below 250 pounds at 5'8", so do not be discouraged. The results will come if you stick to your habits. Just ensure that they are sustainable. Stick with it. Keep your end goals in mind. There will be many ways to revel in your victory when your old habits surrender to your new habits. Go crush your goals. Let's go. This is how I feel shopping at Old Navy now. I can't wait until I can go and wander the mall and just try on clothes at whatever random store catches my eye just for fun. The dressing rooms in most stores are still closed where I live. I will say though that when I first started fitting into normal clothes for the first time in my life, I actually found it really overwhelming, especially as a woman. There were just too many choices. Before, I'd gone into the minuscule plus size section and just picked out whatever shapeless sacks looked like they would make me stand out the least. Then I'd buy them in several colors. Done. And now it's like, what is my style? What looks good on me? And I also struggle with not buying everything that's just acceptable. Before, if I found something passable that fit, I basically had to buy it because there were so few options. And now I'm really trying to learn to buy only clothes that I really love because my closet is packed full now. I don't need clothes at all, so I don't need to buy everything that's sort of cute. And on top of that, I no longer need to worry about finding clothes. I'm at a point where if I ever need something specific, like a dress for an occasion, I can just go out and find it. That was not the case when I was 355 pounds. It's been a weird adjustment for sure. Wow, congrats on your success. I've learned through my wife that it's much harder for women to lose significant weight due to the higher resting total daily energy expenditure that taller people and men have, never mind the different social pressures women face regarding their weight, so mad props to you. I can relate to a lot of this, though men's clothes are definitely different. Not as many styles or fashion trends for us, but I definitely felt that a little bit. I used to joke around and say, when you're fat, you wear it because it fits. And it's true. I gave it a lot of thought what I wanted my style to be, and I actually ran up against a time limit in the dressing room. Most are also closed near me, but thankfully this one was open, but apparently they give you 15 minutes in there max. Because I was trying to decide which styles I liked, where before it was more of a, if it fits, we're getting it. I'm now at the point where I need to donate the 2X and 1XLs in my closet and the 38 to 40 pants and shorts that I bought last summer, which is surreal. The before clothes are already donated, and now it's time for the during clothes to go as well. And that brings us to the end of the video, Narwhals. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please tap subscribe to join our awesome community, the Narwhals, and for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. And here's our featured Narwhal of the day. I haven't posted up here in a while, but I really felt that I should show you all how far I've come. From 255 pounds to 170. It's been hard for me to work out and eat healthy lately, but I will get back into that habit hopefully soon.